So they're still playing Christmas music. That was not a Christmas song, but just before then they did. So my room looks a little bit messy at the moment. I'm trying to just throw a bunch of stuff away that I have in my closet here to make more room for movies, because I have no more room on my shelves. So I just thought that I would, have a lot of space in here if I just, if I'm more smart about how I use it, and so I can throw a bunch of stuff away and just try to use it more economically or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. So I have, I can't even. It's like what do you call them? An obstacle course in my room at the moment, but it will give me some more space. Here we have some Christmas movies. These I had time to watch this year. Not all of these four, but the two to the left, Shop Around the Corner and Christmas in Connecticut. And here's a pile. This will be going back on the shelves right after this video. But yeah, these are the ones that I did not have time to watch, or that I just didn't end up watching. A bunch of classics that I didn't watch this year, like A Christmas Story, Nightmare Before Christmas, and Scrooge, and I was gonna watch It's a Wonderful Life, and I didn't get around to watching White Christmas, stuff like that. But let's just remove these old gym clothes from my chair. Have a look at my computer, because I have some notes here, because you might be noticing me looking at my notes. That's just because there's some things I want to say. I don't have a script or anything. There are just a few things I thought that I wanted to mention, and I thought I better write them down. So, Christmas is over. It is, what is it today, the 27th? Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to see Star Wars, The Force Awakens. Of course I've been spoiled. I mean, idiots, they keep writing the big spoiler at the end, I guess, in random YouTube videos, in the comments of random YouTube videos, which they just do to mess with people, obviously. I mean, this certain something happens to a certain person, in all caps, and it's just been impossible to avoid. So I know about that already going into the movie, but, I'm still looking forward to the movie. I don't know what it will be about or anything like that, but I know how it will end, I guess. But anyway, that's not what this video is about either. This is just, like I said before, I thought that I would round off the Christmas series with this video, and I'm gonna. This is just gonna be me talking, hopefully in one clip here. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of breath. That's a great sign. And anyway, whatever. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say that on the 24th I was just gonna recap the 24th, which I didn't film anything, but I went up to my dad, and we celebrated, and I had a pretty nice time. But as I said before, when my grandpa was here, it was not the best Christmas, and it was not for the same reasons, but up at my dad's house, it just doesn't really feel like Christmas anymore. If it wasn't for the tree and the gifts and the food, I don't know if it's just really it's just a normal day, which I mean, take away those things and you don't really have Christmas, I guess. Or you can't see it, but and some more things, of course. So that is, I guess, what makes Christmas. Yes, but it's also this part of your mind that you may or may not be able to find, and I'm just not able to find it these days. And I'm gonna get into that a little bit in this video. I don't want to bring I said that before, I don't want to bring the series down, but I've been honest now, so I bet I might as well keep being honest. And I just thought that I would try to figure out why that is, for me anyway, why I can't seem to feel Christmassy anymore. And this is not necessarily, this doesn't have to be a depressing video. That's not at all the mindset I have right now. I actually feel pretty good about Christmas being over, because usually I have such high expectations and it lets me down, And this year I just I didn't necessarily have high expectations because I've kind of learned that okay, Christmas is fun. I still like it, but it's not what it used to be, of course. And if I don't expect too much, if I just go up there to my dad's house, have a nice time, leave, and that's it, then maybe I won't be as sad that Christmas is over. So, and that definitely kind of worked. I mean, it's not like I had a strategy. It's just that I kind of felt, well, I'm looking forward to it, but let's be honest, it's not what it used to be. I'm just checking the time. Anyway, so, but I said that before, that I don't want to bring the series down, and I'm not trying to do that with this video either. Just thought that I would chat a little bit about well, anyway, so well, what I'm gonna say is not, it might not be like this for everyone. These are just sort of my own thoughts, but I mean, something I've learned is that, which is not that far-fetched, but sometimes it's difficult to realize maybe, but if there's something you're going through or something that is going through in your head, then there's always going to be someone else feeling the exact same thing. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche thing to say, but that's how it is. I mean, we are 7 billion people on this earth, and if you're feeling something, you're obviously not alone. So probably there will be a few people who watch this who can kind of relate. And of course there might be people who have differing opinions, but that is only reasonable to assume that there's always gonna be people who agree and disagree. So feel free to share your thoughts. But I mean, there's obviously no USB that you can connect from my head to someone else's head and just transfer the thoughts. I mean, words are all we have, and I don't really think they're enough most of the time. But anyway, for me, look, I keep looking at the screen here. But I think as a child, for me, I mean, you rely on these things to deliver each time. Like around Christmas time, you rely on spending time with family and friends and having a great time, and you rely on getting gifts and purchasing a Christmas tree and eating nice food, and you get to eat candy and stuff like that, and nice warm comforting music, and same goes for movies. And Christmas is just a perfect expression of childhood innocence and happiness as a child. And of course there are people who have had unhappy childhoods, but fortunately I am not one of those people. I had a terrific childhood, but obviously your mind hasn't developed enough as a child, so you're able to live in this happy, innocent world for the most of the time. And with all of these things, you come to rely on these things every year, every Christmas, the things that I mentioned, and it becomes what have I written here? Well, you just come to rely on it. It's just always sort of delivers, and you're able to. But I think when you grow up, your world grows wider, and you see more and more problems, and you get more responsibilities. But you still remember what it was like as a child, when you were able to find this part of your mind where you could just feel happy, and during the holidays, not just during Christmas, but like I said, it is a pretty perfect expression for all of these things. And for me anyway, when you grow older, or when you grow up, it's just in a world full of problems, I mean, we still remember what we felt like as a kid, but we can't necessarily locate that exact what we like to call Christmas spirit, or whatever. And for me, I think that can lead to a certain sense of confusion and bitterness. It's a time. This is not necessarily only about Christmas, but rather about like a lost time, or it's kind of like bittersweet nostalgia becomes mainly just bitter, and it's hard to find the sweetness of it all, because it's just, I don't know, for me, I mean, like I said, I had a great childhood with fantastic parents, and I had no problems. But maybe that can only contribute to it feeling like this when you grow up. That I can't seem to find that sense of innocence and joyfulness that I did as a kid, and all of these things that reminds you of this great time you had as a kid. They're obviously you see them everywhere. You hear the music, you see the tree, and there are gifts, and you watch the movies. I mean, I still love the movies, and I mean, anyway, and you're reminded of all of these things as when you were a kid, and but anyway, and it also depends on where you are in your life, and maybe in the future I will be able to find to locate this feeling again in a world, in this much wider world full of problems and responsibilities. But anyway, it's just an elusive feeling. And obviously, apparently, it's hard to explain. I was thinking I would be able to do this a little bit better, but and I've had my, like I said already a couple times. This is not meant to be a depressing video. I've had my share of depression or whatever. I've had my share of darkness in my mind, but that's not at all what I wanna sort of say with this video, or what I just kind of felt like this would be cathartic in a way. Just I don't know, and I think with these Christmas videos that I've done this year, and maybe during the previous years as well, what I've tried to do is to find this sense of Christmas spirit, and but I don't know, I guess I haven't really always succeeded, or maybe I haven't succeeded at all. And I will be honest, with these later videos in this 2015 series, I kind of did lose interest, and I kind of felt like not doing them. But I obviously had promised. I obviously had made a commitment or whatever of making videos up until Christmas, and I wasn't gonna break that promise or whatever. But I just felt like, well, I have nothing more to say now, and I don't really wanna talk about anything, and I don't wanna sit and look at my face editing, talking about stuff that I maybe don't believe in, or maybe don't. Never mind. But so that's why I don't think that this series turned out very good. If I do this again in the future, it's definitely gonna be different, I think. But this is difficult. Just turning on the camera, trying to get all your thoughts out there as articulately as as articulately. I don't even know if that's a word. As articulate or eloquently as possible. It's difficult, so I hope you kind of know what I mean, but I don't really have the time or the energy to do this again, I think. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say, and some more stuff that I didn't manage to express, I think. But the point is that yeah, I don't know, it's hard to feel festive as an adult, at least for some people. Like I said, there's gonna be people who disagree and people who agree, but I don't know. I really need a new chair. This chair is disgusting, which is really on topic, of course. And I'm gonna clean up this room, and I will be getting some more space in my closet for movies. which is something that back in the day I did. That was not an option for me. I can't put movies in a closet. I want to be able to look at them all. But at this point, I've sort of given that up for now. I have too many for that. I could sell movies, of course, but yeah, I might do that too. That's why I've saved all of these boxes. This looks insane. So I'm gonna sell some stuff, hopefully, on a Swedish website. Some stuff that I have actually goes for a lot of money, but I might not necessarily want to sell all of those things. Anyway, that's it. This camera cuts me off at about 16 minutes and 20 seconds. So, clock is ticking. I first thought that I was gonna show the gifts that I received for Christmas in this video as well, but then I thought that I might as well just do a separate video. I did show you some stuff that I received on the 19th or whatever, but I'll just show you those again, and I'll show you the things from the 24th as well. So that's gonna be a video coming up. So I guess that will be the last Christmas video, I guess. But anyway, I hope you kind of know what I'm trying to say with this video anyway, and yeah, not entirely happy with it, but alright, that's it. Thank you very much for watching.